Hello everyone, I'm Alistair and welcome back to the Timberborn, where we are playing this insanity challenge with increased food and water consumption. And we are struggling with the population and our workforce so far. So I guess we expanded, we have two big pumps. We are building the new reservoir, and some of you in the comments already mentioned that, and yes, we should definitely increase the population. And I may have even already said that, or mentioned that last episode, that I'm going to do like 25 at least, or maybe 30 beavers. I don't know how fast, but let me add another lodge right away. We are in the middle of a bad tide, but that's only 14 days, so not a biggie. Unfortunately, we don't have a beaver builder. We don't have a beaver builder, of course. Why would we have that when we don't have a workforce for anything? We are missing 10 workplaces. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, one pump definitely pause that. I need to still manually be doing some of that stuff. That's okay, because they will keep pumping now until the storage is completely full, I think, or whatever I set up last time. I don't remember really. But it is connected to this memory. Reset is this one. Oh, okay, I don't want to change that. Which one is reset? This one is reset. Relay 3, what? Okay. We will see. Oh, it is set up to 99%. 100%, I mean. Alright, whatever. The water is important, and I want that water tanks be filled up as much as possible, always. So let's keep that. We are going to grow the population, so we are not having problems with it anymore, with the construction and everything. And we need to fix this. Yeah, someone of you mentioned I could have removed these thorns instead and blocked these drains. That didn't occur to me at that point, to be honest. So we can do that next time. But first, we will need to go into a drought and to evaporate all of this. Or even the temperate season would be nice. Yeah, it will slowly get rid of it. But for many days we will not be able to continue the construction there, because removing the thorns we need to get down. So we may as well finish these levees that I already put in a place. We can do that. But we will need a lot of beavers. Build the beavers. And we don't even need to remove that power shaft. We can do just this. Yeah. Much expensive, but whatever. That's the price for the progress, but I would rather to finish this reservoir first. So I'm going to put this on a slightly higher priority. And I see that we have already one builder working. And the new lodge was built, so we can grow the population even more. And the food, I will be keeping an eye on it, if we need to expand it or not. And we will see. Let me check how much water we even need, because I don't remember. So let's say we are aiming for 30 beavers. And the longest drought is 50 days, I think. So we will need around 7,000 water. So we can already do that. Yeah. So we definitely we definitely should go. Yeah, I put definitely and should into one word. We definitely should go up to 30 beavers. After I'm finishing with the series, I will probably invent my own dictionary at this rate. So I added another watch. We are going to do a rapid expansion. Hopefully that will not come back and bind us into our ass. Observatory, of course it's not working. And I turn off the lumber mill. Well, I don't. Yeah, okay. They are automatic. Fine. They will turn on themselves. Yeah, they will be so turned on after that. They can turn themselves on. What we can do next? We should definitely finish that reservoir first, but I'm already thinking about next project. To adjust this channel for the power generation, we will need some explosives. Or we can just stop the water here as usual, but maybe build a channel under the road like I was doing a long time ago, and we can bring water somewhere else. You know, without the just what it is, using the fluid dumps. Or maybe we can try using this aquifer. We can unlock it and we can build it. But as far as I know, it needs power. Yeah, 400 power it requires. And it will work only throughout the wet season. It's not working throughout the drought or badtides, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure. But we can try. And from here, we can do a path down. And maybe do a station here. Power, I'm not sure about that yet. But I think we can do some batteries up here. Or maybe here on this cliff ledge or whatever to call it. Like we can unlock them right away. Like doing it this here, but up there higher. We can do even platforms. I know, expensive, but whatever. We need more power, so we can do this. And we are in no way able to build it right now. But this could be our power storage, at least our first one. To get a power shaft up there will not be a problem at all. We can use these vertical shafts. No problemo. Keine problem, as you can see. Yeah, they can be easily connected. And then down here we can just connect it to our water wheel that we already have present, like this. It will be just very expensive for planks and metal box, which we are not even producing right now, so that's out of the question building it right now. Maybe these contamination barriers? It is not harming anything, really. We didn't lost a single tree, so that's perfect. And we are out of water, that's perfect. We are pumping everything out. 9 days to go. Yeah, I want to expand for sure this reservoir. So we need more builders. And look at that, we have 8 children already. Bloody hell. So we will have already 30 beavers. That's perfect. Rapid expansion is working for now. The grilled chestnuts are a bit lower. But yeah, it is turned off. They will turn on again. Let's see, here it is. Yeah, when it is lower than 50%, maybe I will go 60. Yeah, let's go 60 to make it a bit more safe or whatever. So they will start working again very soon, and they are already. And the grill for potatoes. We still have the full storage with potatoes, no issues there. Oh, we have one unemployed, perfect. Let's have another builder then. And maybe very soon we can start working on explosives. Yeah, let's build it like this. Anyways, there isn't much more room here. We can have one small storage. No, it's a medium, yeah, I know. Let's have it here in the back. And we can put a decoration here. So this will be for the explosives. Where are you, my lovely explosives? And we have our one storage tank here for the bad water. We will need a new one closer to the industry here. So this will be for our bad water. Let's set it to obtain. 2 more unemployed. Let's have 4 builders while we can. Five days to the end of the Badtide. There will be some good wet season. And we should maybe add another large tank. Just because we can. But let's turn on the smelter first. We need more metal blocks. How much do we need for the water tank? 30, yeah, we definitely need more. And I'm not going to remove any of our old medium tanks. We can build it on platforms here. Yeah, we should. We could do it like this. And I will prioritize the whole project. So when they have resources, they will build that. And the water is gone. The pump should shut down on its own. The detector is still sensing some water there, so we need to wait. And maybe over the working hours again, down to 16. Yeah, they were working hard for a very long time. Let's give them some more rest. Well, 2 more hours of rest after 16-hour shift. It's not great either. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering why it is connected when I don't have the zipline pylon built. Yeah, I built it afterwards. Yeah. To change the angle. I forgot about it. Let's try to build it quicker. Oh, they already built that water tank. Well, that was very quick. I wasn't expecting that. We still have almost 2.5 days to go in a Badtide, and that tank is already built. So, 9,000 water we can store. How's the food doing? Food is doing alright. I don't see any big dips. So we are still in green. Alright, we have that pylon built, so let's reconnect these 2 zipline stations. Just like that. And now I can build a road beneath them, because it was so low we weren't even able to build a road. Yeah, like that. Hopefully they can now build it from... Yeah, exactly, that's what I wanted. To then be able to build from both sides. It will go slightly quicker than just doing it from one side. Ooh, 2 unemployed. But they will be moved somewhere when some of the industries will turn on, so that's okay. We are making metal, yes. We are pumping the bad water. The storage is completely full. I will automate that later, I don't want to do it right now. Food is holding up, so that's great. We can expand on that. We already have a grist mill. And Badtide ended. Yeah. I forgot about this. Yeah, I remember you all warned me about it. That I have that sensor way back here. I should move it upwards. More closer to the gates. Yeah. I forgot about that completely. You know what? Build it here. It's a little bit of bad water. It's not that terrible. We can open for a while this floodgate and let it flush. Yeah, but I could definitely avoid all of that. I completely forgot. I was even reading that comment before I started recording. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so we will have that sensor here. And that should be enough. Okay, we will flush this out. We can even rebuild this. It doesn't matter. We will pump most of that water out. And the rest, if there will be any contamination, it will evaporate later. No harm done. Everyone is okay. No one is contaminated. Perfect. The crisis was avoided. Okay, we have 4 builders. I'm going to take them and I want to build this bad water storage, this what it is? Decoration, storage and explosives factory. And we are already at 31 beavers, and it will not be enough for sure. And when we have these two storages built for the bad water, I'm going to automate the bad water pump. We can do it here, here. Do I need a sensor? Not really. Let's do a resource counter. Oh, they need a road access, okay. Resource counter and memory. And a second resource counter. Okay, so I need two. Let's do then two here. And this will be bad water. This will be... How did I call the others? I forgot. Let me check. How am I calling them? Counter and something. Okay. So this will be... Counter bad water. This will be low. So if it is less or equal, let's say 60%, and this will be, we can copy the setting. This will be, I didn't copy the name. Okay, counter bad water high, and it will go if it is at 100%. And then we will set it to memory, bad water, set reset. This and reset will be on 100%, and then we will connect this one in. All right, please build it. We have no recipe. Yes, the explosive factory is finished. We don't have many beavers now, but yeah, no one is even in the observatory working. We can turn it on next season. Yeah, we have both pumps running. I don't think we need both pumps running. I'm going to manually pause that for now. And now we can have explosives to be manufactured. I want explosives to deepen this, maybe. Let's unlock all of them. And what we can do here is make this reservoir bigger. Yeah, we can do this. We don't need to go anything crazy. Maybe this is already crazy for you, but definitely not for me. And the drought is here. And that will be 50 days. Alright, so that's our maximum that we can have. And we have a new badtide detector. Okay, badtide detector. And let's connect it here. And this needs to be connected here. Now check the settings. It's the same, okay. And we can remove that one. So now it should work that when it detects contamination here, it will close the floodgates and open the valves. Hopefully it will be working well. We will test that in the next Badtide. So 50 days here. We'll be spending most of our water. Fortunately, we have this reservoir built and the extension is being worked on. And down here, we can go even deeper, I think, with this. And for now, we will do just this one when we will have enough explosives. Let's unlock the bridges. They're quite expensive, I know. But they are really nice to have as a scaffolding. So we can do it like this. It will not be the best, but very doable. Okay, let's do something like this, and then I will adjust the rest that they can't reach. And we are out of pine resin. Tapper shack, let's turn it on for a while, for a couple of days. Okay, unpause the bad water pump. Unfortunately, we don't have enough workforce still. We will need to expand more. There will be another round for a rapid expansion, and maybe I should start doing some nicer housing, as this is kinda all over the place. And nicer, I don't mean necessarily to just go squarish or whatever, but make it nice. I will try to do it more organically, like not, you know, like pre-plant in a rows of the houses. Or you know what? Let's embrace the chaos. Let's expand on this chaos here. That should be fun. I haven't done that in some time. We can have stairs like this. I'm not going to demolish any buildings here. We will just work around them and with them. That should be interesting. It will remind me about the World of Warcraft when I was playing what it was, Booty Bay or whatever it was called, those goblin pirate towns. Yeah, they were some like going vertically like that, with those shacks built on each other. Yeah, we can do something like that. Or similar. Regardless, it should be fun. And the zipline stations, I think we will embrace the chaos too with them. This one just needs to go a bit higher. Yeah, you see how it's going down? We want to build it on a platform to make it the same height. It will look much better. Maybe even on double platform? Yeah, this is one block higher, but this should work fine. Let's just build it on that platform. And how we are doing? Metal is okay. Are we collecting scrap metal? Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, we are missing nine beavers. Let's lower the builders to 2. We are missing 10 beavers. We are down to 25. And since I unlocked that new decoration, this bulletin pole, we should build them in between the houses too. Yeah, in these blind spots. They don't need an access to it to benefit from it. And even some beaver statues. Yeah. It doesn't need to be everywhere, but it helps. And we have an empty spot here. But not even this was built yet. Okay, I need to be prioritizing this stuff because they are focusing on, yeah, on the reservoir. And we already have 11 explosives made. Nice. Later I can add another sensor here that will be detecting if there is even any bad water that he can pump. But for now this is sufficient. I don't want to delve into that right now. And maybe here on this side of this cliff hill, whatever, we can add a few windmills to increase our power generation. That would be nice, and this looks like a good spot for it. And to get it down, it will not be that bad. We will just need to get an access here with some stairs or something. Because what we can do is build these vertical shafts here. Let's go this way. And connect it like this. The only problem is that we don't have an access there currently. But we can do stairs here. And then a bridge here. No, we can't, but let's do a platform. And we can do bridge here. We don't even need that along this one. They will be able to get there. Yeah, we have so many projects right now going on. And we have that new lodge built. So that means 3 more beavers for us. So that's at least 33, maybe 34. Yeah, because we have that one mini lodge open. That's okay. Food. Let's check the food. We are still doing good. And we can expand the production. We can start growing some wheat. I think we don't even need that much. So let's try starting here with this small field. I'm curious if that will be enough for our need. Probably not, But let's start small. We can always expand. So one small wheat field there. We have a grist mill. We don't have a bakery yet. So let's build one bakery. And I can squeeze it right here. Nice. And that will be for the bread. Yeah. And we need to then automate grist mill and automate the bakery. So I will need a couple of sensors. Let's do it up here. So this is already mess. 1, 2, and the memory. We don't need to check the wheat, but we do need to check the flour. So let's do wheat flour. Wheat flour here. This will be counter flour. Let's go to wheat flour. Let's do it like this. Flour low. So this will be at 60%. Let's copy the setting from there. So this is wheat flour. No, counter wheat flour high. And this will be when we reach 100%. Set reset. This will be memory. Wheat flour. So we will take set reset. Low. Reset will be on high. And grist mill will be then connected to the memory. And we should do another check if we don't have any wheat to stop the grist mill. But let's first do the bakery too. Or should I? No, let's do the bakery. Let's do the bakery now. Let's go from the simplest ones to the more complicated. So again, this will be bread. That will be bread. Counter bread low. Set it to 60% again. Copy settings. Bread high. This will be equal to 100% again. And then memory bread. Memory will remember the bread. Low, high, bakery connect. Put it on a higher priority so they build it now, not in 100 years after they finish building the reservoir. And these stairs here, they're no longer used. So let's just remove them. There is no need for it. And even this large pile, yeah, let's remove it. So to stop the grist mill if there is no wheat, I think we need another resource counter and relay. Let me first think it through before I do again something stupid. Okay, so I think I can take, if the wheat is on 0, or let's say not even 0, let's go like less than 5%, we will not be making any flour, or 1% let's do. So if there is less or equal to 1% of the wheat in a storage, or the flour is full, this should send a signal. Wait a second. So it will be always sending an on signal. So I should be checking if there is a low and there is a low, flour low. Wheat and flour low, I think. Or it should be and. It should be and. Yeah, it should be and. Because both of them needs to be true. No. No, no, no. That's not right. Because this is true now. And I need it to be true. Yeah, I need to think it through. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing it like this, especially when I'm not used to it yet. Because when I talk, trying to figure it out, and recording a video, I don't think it through. I will give it a time. I will take my paper and pen, and and I'll be back with the solution. Ooh, well-being score 25. We jumped a bit. It seems that they built more decorations. While I'm figuring out how to make that gristmill work. At least they work it the way I want it to do. So what I have right now is a memory that we are using 2 relays for. This one first relay is taking if the wheat is lower than 1% and flour in our storage is on the low side. And if both of them are true, it will send on a signal to the memory and it should start the gristmill, I think. And then as a reset, we are using this one, which is either the flour is high, which means the full storage, or the wheat is less than 1% and it should send a signal to stop. Which is currently neither of them true. Because how much wheat we have? We have 16%. So yeah, I think this should work now. I don't know if I explained that properly. But I even write it down and suddenly it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I just need to pause for a while and figure it out on my own. Because if I'm trying to think it through when recording and talking, it's usually not working, especially when I'm not used to it. In a factorial, with the simple circuit networks, I can do that. That's quite easy because I'm used to them, but more complicated stuff, of course, I need again to pause and do it that way. Or even find some guide if I'm really stuck. Because factorial stuff can get really, really complicated. But stop. Enough of the factorial, we are playing a Timberborn automation game now. It is officially an automation game. What we need now is some way to move stuff around like in a factorial. And I should try the other strategy games with the automation focus too. And well-being score 26. That's really good. Ah yeah, the bread. We have now bread. Perfect. We are producing extract. We should build an agora. We should build an agora on some place near our farms, maybe. And weather vane. We can build a few more of those, and bulletin pole to improve that. So weather vane. That's under decoration. So weather vane. We can do it here on this small lodge. Let's do it there. And what I was talking about? Yeah, agora. We have an access to extract. Here, agora. 150 logs, that's half of our storage. And 60 planks. But we have enough oaks there to replenish it. And where we can build it. This is always getting dry here. So maybe we can do it here. All the way like back like this. We don't need this road. We are not using it. Stairs can remain, maybe we will need it later, but I doubt that. And here, let's have a road like that. And yeah, well-being I wanted. Let's do campfires on side. Let's remove this shrub. Okay, I can't fit it there, that's fine. Can we put something else there? I don't think so. Anyways, let's do this. And here we can do 3 more contemplation spots. No, that will be terrible with the road. Yeah, let's turn them around. Let's do it like this. Decorations. Let's have a shrub. Bulletin board and a bench here. Bench is not granting anything, but it's a nice addition. And here we can have a hedge. At least from this side we will not. We can do this. They will not be able to reach that one in the back, but that's fine. We can have our first agora like this. And maybe some lanterns. Yeah, let's do some lanterns here. Let's spend some resources and make this nicer. And here in this area we can do a dance hall. 50 treated planks. Yeah, that's a lot. And I need to automate the pine resin production too, but we are going to plant that pine resin tree somewhere else. I would like to keep this just for the food. Yeah. But anyways, we can have that dance hall here. It will fit. Let's do it. They will not build it right away. We don't have resources for that. And we are prioritizing that reservoir, of course. But they will do it. So that's the plan. Here, we are going to chop down these trees. Oh, we have 8 unemployed. Yeah, okay, let's pause the game. Let's have a lumberjack. More builders. That's for sure. Let's start making treated planks. And since we have still 5 unemployed, maybe should I do... Yeah, let's do a builder's hat. Let's do a builder's hat. We didn't even unlock it. And workplace priority will be on a lower. So if the workers will be needed anywhere else, they will be taken first from the builder's hat and from the observatory, of course. And here I want this, yeah. Let's go and chop down these trees. And I'm going to move the pine trees. We can do it here. This is still irrigated down here. Can you reach it? No. So we just need to make you able to reach it. Yeah, that will work. So here we will have pine trees. Those will not be chopped down. And they are already being planted. And here. Yeah, we need now this contamination barrier. So I'm going to prioritize that. Hopefully this will be enough to save our pine trees. Probably not here, but we can always do this with the levees to protect it more. And Tupper Shack is not that critical. We can even have it all the way down here. And later I will automate it. Alright, and suddenly we don't have enough beavers. They took some from the observatory. Let's put them both on the lower priority to get it with the builder's hat. They don't need to be on those very low. The low is just enough. And we will need more paper. But we have storage on only for 30. Let's add another storage here for the paper. We can put some decorations here. And paper will need to be automated too. Ah, grist mill is stopped. Okay. It is stopped because... Because of what? We have only 7 wheat. Maybe we have too much flour? No. So why it is stopped? I'm not sure why it is stopped. Okay, memory is not turned on. Why it is not turned on? Because this is low and what am I taking here? Counter wheat is lower than 1%. Yeah, this is wrong. I didn't change this. Yeah, that's wrong. Because now I am checking that wheat is less than 1%, which is wrong. So what do I want to do? It is more than 1%. Do I need another counter for that? Or can I do it here with something? Because this is right. This should turn off if we have less than 1% wheat or we have enough flour in storage. This should turn off. That's working correctly. But the start sequence is not working correctly as this needs to be more. You know what? Just for the simplicity, I'm going to add another counter. It's not that big a deal. And this one we will change to like more or equals to 1. No, let's go just more than 1%. And that will be our starting sequence. Yeah, so that was my mistake. I even wrote it down in my notes that wheat more than 1% and flour less than 60%. That should be first relay. And that should be on state. And I didn't change it. So, now it should work. And here this reset, maybe that counter should be at 0% when we like not having wheat at all. Let's see how that will work. Maybe we will need some delay in between, so it is not closing right away, the grist mill. But that shouldn't be a case, because it should be taking into account even the wheat that is in the input-output add storage. So only when it is at 0. Yeah, it is turning on and off. I don't know why. So maybe this is not the best way to do it, so... What will be the other way to do it? It is turning on and off, because someone will take that wheat from the storage and wants to deliver it to the grist mill. But at that time, when it takes from the storage, it's set to 0. So the automation will just turn off, and one poor beaver that is taking that wheat into a grist mill will just deliver it back to a storage, and it's going like that, up and down. Okay, so this doesn't work properly. You know what? For now, let's just keep it running. I will figure it out later. It seems that I don't have a brain capacity right now, and I don't want to watch any guides. This is much more fun to fail. Because fail is not really a bad thing. You should know that. You need to fail many times before you become good at something. And that includes Timberborn automation. Nothing to do in range. You cleared this app. Lovely. Let's remove all of that. We can grow more wheat here. It's nice that you can copy even the planted crops. You just click on them, press B, and you can copy it. Let's have more wheat, because that one field is definitely not enough. 8,000 water. We are holding up. 20 days to go. So we are 30 days in our drought, and we still have 8,000 water, which is perfect. And this reservoir is nearing its finish. Maybe we'll be able to finish it in those 20 days. Especially now that we have more builders. That's doable. And we have a path down here, and they already started working on these power shafts. Yeah, you know what? Let's prioritize the power shafts first. And we shall start making some paper. But we need that storage too. Maybe I can do it through the delay. Like, take the wheat count. Let's say we have... wait a second. Maybe instead of sending this off signal to memory right away, I should send it to a delay first. I mean to the timer? Timer or chronometer? No, timer. Let's send it to a timer. So this one off. It will send to a timer. And device A on by T1. And we will go like, I don't know, 8 hours. That's half a shift. We will do that. And only after that we will send the signal to memory here to turn off the grist mill. And do we need a reset here? Probably we do, but... What would we reset it with? Can the reset be turn on signal? Don't know. Let's try it. Let's experiment. I'm not going to think it through too much. Let's just experiment. So we will be turning it off by this delay. Let's just change the name. Timer grist mill delay off. Yeah, that's fine. And now let's connect this to memory again. And we will see. It got a signal to turn off. But it is not working. It is working the exact opposite way. I think now that the delay will go, it will turn on back again. Okay. That signal is on. So that's reset. But now this is constantly on. It is not being reset. Okay. So that doesn't work. And I'm not surprised. We don't have any wheat. So it is correctly turned off because we don't have a wheat. And we don't have a wheat flour. So let's wait. Let's just wait. Until they grow up some wheat. And this power shaft is built. Perfect. We can remove the bridge. Now, you can please start constructing the first upper windmill here. Alright, and we have our new large wind turbine built. More power to the beavers. And how's the grist mill? Grist mill is still paused. We don't have any wheat. Okay. We need to wait a couple more days. Let's remove that stump so I can place more wheat there. And the food is still holding. That's really great. I think we can increase the population even a bit more. And let's add another rooftop terrace here. But instead building of platforms here for the road, why don't we build like 2 cheap these lodges here? And let's do the spiral staircase. Let's go fancy. Yeah, like that. And then we can have a path here to that rooftop terrace. And now we can add few platforms and do this. And we will have 2 rooftop terraces. And 6 more beavers. I'm going crazy. We are going to grow like a madman. And I will probably regret it later. But that's not important. I wanted to prioritize that. Yeah. Click on it. And we are in the final stretches of finishing this reservoir. So we will be removing these walls here so the water can flow freely inside. And then we will focus on blasting this off. Do we have extract made? We have very little extract. We are not producing much. How's our power holding up? Yeah, we are not producing enough. We are at 95% of the demand. So first we will go and build more windmills. And we have 50 treated planks. We don't have a storage for treated planks. Yeah, my bad. Let's add a large pile here in this little storage corner. That will be for the treated planks. We can put it on the highest priority as that's only 6 logs that need for the construction. Pine trees here, growing nicely. And we can even pause the wood workshop for now as we don't have any pine resin. Okay, wheat will be ready in like 2 days. Let's go and turbo speed the time for those few days. This is the first time this episode I turned on the turbo speed. Okay, let's wait for that wheat. Alright, it's being collected. Alright, grist mill turned on, so maybe it is working. Maybe it is working as it should right now. We will see. Let's keep it running. Let's keep blasting that speed. Okay, flour is increasing, grist mill is working. We will see when we will get on over on the wheat, if it will start turning on and off. But it should not right now. Okay, it was a couple of days and it is still working perfectly. So maybe I fixed it? Okay, now it is stopped. Let's go and check why. Yeah, because we don't have any wheat. And the delay is turned on. Alright. So we used all the wheat and it stopped. Now let's see when they will collect more wheat tomorrow. Or today already. And it should turn back on. We probably need to use more farmers. Okay, we can increase farmers. I thought we have 3 and 3, but they were only 2 and 2 working. Alright, so now we have full complement of farmers, which is 6 right now. So let's see. Alright, we have 9 wheat and the grist mill is turned on again. So it seems that it is working now. Perfect. And I have no doubt that it will work perfectly. Maybe it will broke at some point, I don't know. But I'm kinda proud of myself figuring this out on my own without any guides. It's so much fun. So much fun. So it is alive and it is working. And look at this, the reservoir is finished. Let's remove these few places here. Alright. Okay, that doesn't require any adjustment. We can always deepen this reservoir even more. Because you see, we are 2 blocks higher here. On the lower part in our new expansion, whatever we want to call it. So we can deepen that later. But for now, this should be enough for our needs. And here to reach these explosives, let's do another bridge from up here. Let's one to the side, yeah, like this. No, that's wrong. Here, I put it on the wrong spot. Yeah, like this. Okay. So now, oh, we have 3 windmills built, perfect. And we have nothing to do in range. Notification, so let's go and check. Yeah, I was kinda worried about the ruins. Alright. Let's remove the scavengers flags here. Fortunately, we have these another ruins kinda close by. But we need to build the stairs up and get there. I think the best candidate here, well, is here. Can do this. All the way up. That will be a lot of planks. But progress is not cheap. Alright, up here. Should I build a station? No, the pylon should be enough. Yeah, let's build a pylon up here. I just need to see if we will be able to connect to it. Let's disconnect this one for now. No, okay, let's build it to the closer to the edge there. Yes, that will be able to connect. Fine. And then station we will have. Oh, we will even have a mine here. All right. So this will be a permanent station then. We can do it here on the edge to save some resources. Otherwise we would need another pylon. But we can do it this way. We have almost 200 metal blocks, so that should be enough for our needs. And another stairs here, here, and here. Okay, and one more staircase. And we will get up. We will build a new storage for scrap metal up there and scavenger flanks, everything that we will need. So I'm going to put this on a slightly higher priority. as this is kinda important. Because right now, all of our scrap metal that we have is that only 90 that we have in a storage. And that's it. But we need more. Oh, they built 2 bridges, nice. So they will start planting explosives. And in less than 4 days, we will have water back in. And we are at 32 beavers. I think it's time for the rapid expansion, number 2 or 3 or whatever I done already. So let's build this whole contraption here inside with the rooftop terraces. So I'm not even going to remove this storage, for instance. We will keep it there. We will just build around it. We can do stairs from here later, you see? And build another house on top. But that one I keep paused for now. As I am crazy, but I'm not suicidal crazy, right? I don't want to see my colony die. Okay, and to be able to finish this, we will need to implement some bridge. That will be, I think, the easiest way to accomplish this. Hopefully we will not have another badtide coming in. If we do, I'm going to prioritize that. But look at that, we are out of logs. And I don't have any condition in our automation for the planks and gears and everything else. Maybe we should do one relay or something that is checking if we have enough logs, like more than 30%, and then keep stopping the usage in our industry. For now, let's do and pause the smelter, pause the paper mill, and let's just pause the lumber mills too. Gear workshops? Yeah, let's pause gear workshops too, manually. And what about here? If we build all of these levees, these trees here should be safe. Maybe we should expand, because this forest, it was big before for us. But right now, it kinda shrinked down since our consumption of logs went up. So I say let's plant more oaks here that we will be chopping down. So let's turn on this forester, and for the lumberjacks we can have one here and one here. Yeah, and all of this will be for chopping down. Anyways, we weren't using this area because it got contaminated last time, but if we are able to build all these levees, it will be safe before the next badtide. Because these are working only throughout the badtide, so that's fine. And let's pause the explosives factory. I don't think we have any bad water anyways. Yeah, we are at 0. We need to pump some, but there is nothing yet. Alright, so there is way more stuff that we still need to automate to work it properly, but it is a good start. I like it. Come on, bring me all that water. 0.2 days. Alright, water is here. And look at that, how it is filling up. Yeah, that was on 30 speed, but it looks so amazing when the water is rising up. We are missing 11 beavers right now because of the pumps running. That's 6 beavers. But only the builder's hut and the observatory is turned off, so that's okay. We are missing some haulers, but I'm not willing to lower the builders from 4 builders that we have right now. Let's have that. Oh yeah, this is filling up nicely. So much water for our pumps. Our pumps are thirsty, give them all the water. And we have even those 2 new lodges built. Look at this. When we turn off the UI, this looks kinda nice. I like the chaos. I embrace the chaos. Sometimes chaos is nice. With the Iron Teeth we can do more like great stuff and things like that. And with Folktales, let's go with more organic, I would say. Just embrace the chaos. Alright, bad water, it's being pumped. This new pylon is done, and we are already building the station. Perfect. So soon we will be up there. Yeah, we don't even need these last stairs, that's true. We just need to build a station. And then connect it and we'll be able to get there. And this should be all to supply. Let's empty it. Remove this large pile for the logs. Don't use that. Currently we have only 180 storage for logs. We need to change it. And this area is kinda unusable. We can do storage there later, but that will cost us quite a bit of planks. So let's do one more like emergency storage or two here, so we can hold more logs. Later when we have plenty of planks we can do it here. And let's turn on the lumber mills back again. We have almost 180 logs now. And we are planting more. Oh yeah, this looks amazing, look at that. Yeah, it's a big massive block of levees, but it is holding all the water that keep us alive. Yeah, that's what is important. And the station needs just 11 more planks and it is done. And now let's pump some bad water so we can make extract to keep blasting this off, or start blasting that off. Yeah, we didn't put down any explosives yet. Builders are focusing on that new station and it is built. Alright. After we empty this, I will reconnect it to that pylon. I wish they added another station that can have at least like 3 connections. Because it is really, Iron Teeth can have as many connections from the stations they want, and they are awesome. But these zip lines, I don't really like them. Because you can have only 2 connections from one station. And that's it. Why can't we have like this, like a pylon that is here on top of the station? Or have a more advanced station with 2 pylons like that, so you can connect it to like one station here, one station here, and one station here. That would be so game changer. Right now, what I can do is to build another station here, and this one connect up there, and this one here connect to this line. And that's it. There isn't really much I can't do. And yes, I'm going to delete all these birch trees, and you can complain how much you want, but I will just not be chopping them down. And I will never do. I will rather spend our builder's time to remove it. Yes. And these new trees will be ready at almost 30 days. You can reach all the way there. Perfect. Okay. But that will be all for this episode. We've done a lot of work. We expanded to 36 beavers. And damn it, we have a bad tide right now. So, what we need to do... Let me do this quickly so I don't forget the next episode. We need to prioritize this. And we need to build it quickly. Yeah, we should be able to reach everything in our current state. Yes, everything is reachable. Even if a bit further away, it is reachable. We have enough logs, we will build it, we will make our trees safe from the bad tide, but that we will see in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, push that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.